We're back.
Uh-huh.
Been a great album.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I do like the Spinners, like you said.
Like I said, through the years they produced.
They progress really well. Like even now, like this song here.
This is like 72 to 80. So yeah.
I was going to say this would be. I would think this song was probably put out in the mid to late 70s. Because I would say so.
Oh yeah.
It's got that kind of genre and sound to it.
Oh, this is what Dionne Warwick.
I was going to say she.
Yep. Sure.
It sounds like Dionne Warwick. Yep. A guest singer.
You remember like when Elton John and Kiki D did a song?
Well, he did one with Paul McCartney. No, that was Michael Jackson. Paul
Right.
McCartney.
And then Tom Petty and the gal from Liquid Mouth. What was her name?
Oh,
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah.
This is a great song.
Oh, yeah.
With you, baby.
It's really great. You know, this, do you know the way to San Jose?
Yeah. That was her number one hit.
Yeah. And then she was on the episode of the Rockford Files.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
With Candy, you know?
Dude, this was a great song, really.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't heard this in a while, man. Oh yeah, I dig it. I would say I back that down. Maybe 74. Even.
Right.
Yeah. It's just got that feel to it.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like anytime we're gonna see the ending of a Chips episode,
Yeah,
doing
no,
something
shit.
seriously like.
Yeah, with Eric Estrada.
You know, I miss old Angel and Rockford and B&B File.
Yeah,
I mean, I see it on TV, but there's nothing like watching it.
Oh yeah. Well, it's on Get TV.
Yeah, I did it on that. I'm saying I did it on Get.
Yeah, is that the one with Dionne Warwick?
Yeah. Then what's his
Gandalf
name?
Finch?
Yeah.
He's like, come on down. It's a nice place in San Pedro. Like Gandhi, there's no such thing as a nice place in San Pedro.
Exactly.
It's it's a port.
Hey.
San Pedro's a port. You know, it's a longshoremen and sailors, but now.
So it's gonna be a big game this week. This coming weekend in Los Angeles.
Which one though?
The dual game they play against each other. Los Angeles 49ers against
San Francisco 49ers.
I mean yeah. San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
Who is Los Angeles playing this weekend? Damn it.
Sure.
It's a big game. No, they're playing.
Well, last week I can't. They showed the bonus coverage of the Los Angeles and Tampa Bay.
Okay.
And then Brady marched on the field in 59 seconds and they won the game.
Right.
But yeah,
I just can't tell you something. I can't get over. They pulled TJ out of the game and brought Baker back in. He had a fluke touchdown.
I turned the race on.
I'm going to tell you something. It was a fluke catch from Baker. Baker coming out there taking over for TJ didn't change one iota of any damn thing because they're both talented at throwing. It's a matter of the defense syncing up with everything else and them making the right decisions.
Oh yeah.
The problem is, you need to shake it up from the core. I mean, get rid of some of these wide receivers. You know, get rid of some of this offense that are the key people that you think are holding it together that are maxing. I don't know the problem. Whatever the problem is, from each coach, coaching each person, I would have a list, this rank of they need to achieve this amount, this amount, and this amount during the season. And if they don't, I hate to do it, but I would have the Steinbrenner approach. Here was his approach. There's no money in option for a player, and if you can't play right, I'm firing you. If you do play right, dude, I'm going to make you a multi-millionaire. Yeah. As long as you people always bitch, well, he bought a championship. That's all pro sports is.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes, he did, which means he assembled the greatest players that could play the baseball game in the world for the Yankees because money was an option.
Oh, good God.
Just like with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
As much as you hate my owner, money's not an option. Yes, we suck sometimes. But you know what? Money's not an option with some of these owners. Tapper's going to be the same way, guys. It's just slow your roll on him. They just need to get this shit together. I wish the grudge fuck that they got on between him and Rock Hill.
Oh, yeah.
I know he might have been screwed out of some stuff, but just pay it. Come on, because it's going to be a great facility. Let's don't have a glitch. And then you know what? Closer to Charlotte, let's build an FC headquarters. That's a we're talking $100 million football club facility. You know what I'm saying? Best soccer facility there is. We'll bring back Carolina Lightning. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
You saw them, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And I got the year that they won the championship. I got the goalie's autograph.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
They went belly up like 2 or 3 years later because of the series and whatever.
Right.
But they played for a little over a decade and a half, about 15 years.
Wow.
And
Really?
yeah. They played well up into close to the late 80s.
Okay.
Yeah. Now they pulled away from Soldiers. What's the name of the field? There in right, and you can still see it from '77 when you get into Charlotte. It's the football and soccer field that's got the rocks around it. What is the name? Memorial Stadium, I think it is. Yeah, still there. I remember the concrete stands being full as a kid. It'd be like, man, like 84, 85. Tens of thousands of people are there, dude. And we're at a soccer game.
Yeah.
Great, man.
See, in Los Angeles, I don't remember soccer as a kid,
But you know what? You know what? I bring that memory up to people here in Mooresville, and it is a rare thing for me to meet somebody who actually knows what I'm talking about as far as the Carolina Lightning. Because if that was really a regional thing, there were so many people around Charlotte, and so little things to do that they actually went to that game.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But people around here, like in Mooresville and stuff, that are a little further from the field, they don't really know about that. I was just lucky enough my dad would, you know. So yeah. But I like the Carolina Lightning. That was cool. Yeah, that was kind of innovative, actually, if you think about it.
Back then, yeah. Whoops, upside down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, that was rather innovative, really.
Yeah, back then.
Oh yeah, back then.
I don't even remember.
Hooper said, "Good God, I made that with many a girl in the song, man."
Yeah, I bet he did. Yeah.
I bet he did.
Yeah.
Randy's in the back. What time we go eat?
Yeah. Oh, Rudy.
I ain't heard or seen him in a while, man. I need to call Rudy. Oh, Rudy too.
Yeah.
He gonna ask, "Did you vote?"
Yeah.
Good God, Steve, your beer's swollen.
You know. It's still Rudy.
He got stung by a bee.
Oh yeah.
And then Hooper would be at this part. You know, if you think about it, he just closed out and be a Christian song. Jesus, you. And he's bad about doing it. He's like, he'll change the song and be like, Jesus. I'm like, you're the only one who can hear a Rolling Stones song.
Yeah.
And say, Jesus, I love it. Come on, man. He's like, and then he would say, just imagine how many people's hearts they would have reached had they done that. I said, probably not as many as they would have the way they leave the song the way it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like, literally, come on.
Yeah.
I said, if you think Jesus is mad at somebody because John Lennon wrote a song, or he's mad at secular music, then no. Because they said, he gets so mad at me when I come up with the biblical term stuff. Right. Even Satan, he was head of worship, the most gorgeous angel there was. So even God liked music because he's got a choir. He's got people that play these instruments, right?
Right.
So if you think God's mad at somebody for making music that doesn't just worship him, you're a fool.
Right.
Seriously. Like, why do you think he made people with talent, like in the especially like the era where it was oil on canvas during the Renaissance era, where people do self-portraits, and I swear to you, it would look like a digital picture of a human being, and they were able to paint it on canvas. This is in like the 1600s. Leonardo da Vinci, they could actually make a stone statue out of marble. And where a person's being grabbed on the skin, he can make the marble look like it's actually being pinched. That was amazing talent. Like, or didn't, for that matter, like, I would say Zeppelin's lead guitarist, Jimmy Page, or somebody like a Carlos Santana, or even a like a Bowie. God, like, if you think about it, if there is a God, whatever, that likes music, whatever, he creates people with these talents just to see what they would do. Because they're truly talented, like whether it's supernatural or whatever. These people are like extra special. So. I mean, every once in a while you have like a Bowie or whatever.
Right.
I wonder what happened to these guys here. I guess their music kind of like their genre maybe kind of faded out.
Right.
Because unless they could really progress, it'd be really hard for them. I mean, not many people can progress from where they were at to recent.
Right. Well, the 80s kind of brought on the new wave.
Right. If you survived the 70s and then partly into the 80s, you did very well. Right. But if you went from like the 80s to like the late 80s, you were a phenom. But then you had people like, not to bring his name up again, but Bowie, who did it until the day he died. Anything he put out became a hit.
Right.
Even after the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Well, because in the 70s, you know...
I mean, look at ZZ Top. They faded out they lasted what to the 90s,
Right, yeah.
94, and then faded.
Right.
You know.
But in the early 70s is early 70s. And then mid 70s, you kind of went disco.
Yep.
And then from disco.
Yep. To your punkish,
New
to
wave
your
punk.
electronica,
Right.
electronica,
Right.
basically,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
So, and then you had we had the electronica European invasion.
Right.
That's when you had all these songs in the '80s that literally from across the pond that were your new wave
What was that
punkish.
one? She sang in German, 99 Love.
Oh, 99 Love Balloons.
Yeah.
Well, what was her name? Great song, by the way. It's now that you brought it up, it's still stuck in my head.
Yeah.
99 and Love Balloons. And
Yeah.
there's another guy. Listen to this. Since you speak of German,
Yeah.
so I've been getting stoned the last
Yeah.
couple of nights. Right? It's almost legal where we're at. So here we go. It's a new year, new way. So I look up on YouTube, plugged our provider, thank you YouTube, and there's a guy called Rammstein, and it's him and his band. They're Germans. He's basically in his mid-50s. He comes out in this, what was the 80s movies where they had, what's his name, they're trying to get water, and it's like they're in the desert, they fight each other in the cars. Oh, shit.
Road Warriors?
Road Warriors.
Gasoline.
Yes,
not
yeah,
water.
gasoline.
Yeah.
So they're
Right.
so they come out these Road Warriors type outfit, but
Oh,
this guy's almost so crippled, but it's Rammstein, and they do this rock, and he's totally German. He has this deep voice, but you can tell that there's German over the top Berlin
Right.
multi-sexual type thing. Because once I saw the lead guitarist tongue or lip kiss the other guitarist, I'm like, whoa, it's not. Well, even Judas Priest was like the Lovers, but he didn't kiss anybody on stage. You know what I'm saying? He didn't kiss anybody on stage.
Right.
But it was just their German Berlin type over the top ways. Like Freddie Mercury, it would be Freddie Mercury if he was alive today and was into this metal shit, right? And they've got this guitarist where he's wearing this outfit where this rocket shoots off on the side of him and shit.
Yeah.
But
Like
they
a road
rock,
warrior.
but they rock out and they have a following. Like this old man, his two guitars might kiss each other, but the old man's on the front stage bending over gay. He looks up at this girl, he's like, And every girl he's ever pointed to in the 27 years they've been touring, he does like this. She shows her tits. He is worshipped like a god over across the pond. But they're called Rammstein. His name is Till Lederson.
Right.
He's the lead singer. Then you have like Rommel Reichstein or something like that as the guitarist, and I forget the other one, and they're German. But they're into, it would be like Slipknot or Disturbed here in the United States, who were German if they're Middle-aged. And they have a cult following. But I've been watching them start like, I can't believe, like even some of the videos, the most number one videos are them walking through the walkway and the way they look. And I could just imagine, like, if people like, imagine on the East Coast, like that same following, when I first seen the Spinners, you gotta understand there's different people even in the South who would follow the Spinners, but the Spinners announced they're at Ovens Auditorium, Charlotte. I'm gonna tell you something. There would be 60,000 people to show up to see these people because there's a cult following for people like this. There truly is.
Well, I saw John Fogerty at Ovens Auditorium.
Okay.
Like 96.
Okay.
Nice venue.
It's a great venue, man.
I guess that's where the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra used to play.
Exactly. Yeah. We realized we didn't need all that culture.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I might be kind of redneck, but I would rather cut some funding out of something else just to keep the symphony going because I don't want stuff like that to stop. The arts, stuff like that, keep it going. Like, let's don't stop that, man.
Yeah. That's when it was at Independence. That's when Independence was still like a 2-lane road. Now
Imagine this. I know you've gone down the old part of Charlotte and you see the original Coliseum, Charlotte Coliseum.
Sure.
Imagine as a kid, I get about a half a mile away from there, and I know where we are.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I am like, me and Mike were like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, just going with what is it, like the hormone of a kid that makes them just like ADD or ADHD, whatever. And we're twins. Chris is 5. And we're going to the Charlotte Ringling or the Ringling Brothers Circus.
We're gonna take a break real quick.
Oh, we're gonna tell this story though.
Oh yeah.